Good morning, beautiful creatures. I was just going to do a few message cards for you this morning from my beautiful native spirit deck, and we ended up with more than just a couple of messages. So here we go. This morning we've got Spirit of Fire, which is, take risks, break out of old patterns, face your fears. Fire also is well known within many cultures to represent, the spark of life and the ability to maintain and or destroy life and other things. My suggestions and my intuitive feels are take a look at your programming, check your energy, do some flame meditation, focus on whatever gets you excited, maybe do some flame meditation if that works for you and that's something you enjoy. Whatever it is that has you passionate, you could be being really passionate about something. I also would say with planetary, things that are happening, probably has something to do with the cycles that you are having come up, that you are closing and or reviewing for closure and so on and so forth. Prayer feather. Feathers are well known to be a connection to source and or messages from our guides and or angels. So, this one, love is flowing, connection with the creator. Just love everyone you see. Keep your eyes out for, universal messages from your guides or your angels. If you see feathers quite often within different spiritual backgrounds, they have different color meanings and or different animals can mean different messages depending on your background. Then we've got our medicine, illumination, intuition. As you can see, most of these cards from this morning, they all have a light element to them and a dark element or a shadow element as well, which is what makes me think that a lot of these are about our cycles and or the closure and or review of those things. So our medicine, wisdom, seeing the truth, being wise enough to, what's that old saying my mum used to use, old enough to know better, young and stupid enough to still do it, wise enough to know the difference, or something like that. Flowing river, for me, water usually is in relation to emotions and or being in the flow of your energy, and or one's flow state. Take a minute to sit with yourself. How are your emotions? Are you in the flow of things? Are you stagnated? Hydration is obviously very important, but flowing river, I would say, it comes in many various forms. Sometimes they're rough, sometimes they are quiet, sometimes they're ebbing, sometimes they're flowing rapidly. It just depends. Sit with that. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to the signs. Stand within the flow of your own energy. Maybe do some water meditation, go to the beach or have a shower and actually, be consciously aware of the water flowing over you. Maybe you're in need of some cleansing. The Elder card, this is all about entering your power, becoming the elder, starting to be the wise one as such, starting to teach the younger ones stories about things so that they can learn the things that we had to learn the hard way, and they have the opportunity of listening to those stories. Stepping up and taking that responsibility of being the elder, of showing them the way. Maybe for you this could be leading by example, or stepping up in a job, or in a family situation, and being that person, giving the support to the next generation to do what they want and need to do. Gathering your tribe, it is pretty much what it says it is. Gather your soul tribe. You're loved, you're lovable, you deserve love. People need connection. I mentioned this the other day in one of my readings. Um, you know, pardon me, bar few, people are meant to be connected. That is how we're made. As you can see on each of these cards, there's these absolutely gorgeous little patterns up the top. Sorry, minor distraction there for a second. Just showing you those. I do feel as if, I don't know whether or not that resonates with you or whether or not it helps give you a little insight. So spend time with others, know that you are lovable, sustenance, community. Are you doing your bit? Are you socializing enough? Are you spending time, connecting? Whatever that means for you. Tribal spiritual dance, let go, dance, enjoy life, be yourself, be free. That's what we're here for. Dance like no one's watching. Tribal spirit dancer, for me, that, there's an element of gathering, there's an element of ritual, there's an element of celebration, the light at the end of the tunnel, which this card kind of looks like to me. And as I've said that, I've just gotten chicken skin, including on my face, so that there's a message there for somebody. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm not in a huge matter of stressing about, like gender or specific individual readings. If you want an individual reading, hit me up on my channel. Please feel free to like and subscribe and share this out to your friends. I would greatly appreciate that, being that my channel is extremely new. My ability and the fact I've been reading cards, not so much, and working with energy seems like forever. But the whole channel biz and doing this way, this is all very new for me. So, love and light. And if you want a personal reading or you need some energy healing or energy work done, hit me up. My channel is called Smiley Senses, and you can find me on YouTube and or links to it on my Insta and Facebook. And yeah, thanks for your time, guys. Peace, love, and light. Have a spectacular day, and be sure to stay hydrated and get outside in the sun. Spend some time doing you. Go forth and be your awesome selves. Shine on, peeps.